Hello, my name is Tete Kepsi Richard and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you'll be the first to receive it. Please like and comment. Your comment keeps me going. Today our discussion will still be on trigonometry. I have an introductory video on trigonometry where we say that trigonometry takes its basic foundation from Pythagoras theory. And we said that in Pythagoras theory, he said in any right angle triangle, the longest side is the hypotenuse square is equal to the square of the sum of the other side. That's a square is equal to b square plus c square. And we said that trigonometry comes in when we are asked to find this angle here. And to find the angle here, we use the basic trigonometric identities. That's sine, cos, and tan. And we said that to find that, we use a mnemonic scheme known as SOHCAHTOA. And we said, in SO, we said sine of the angle is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So, sine theta, the opposite is the side against the angle, that's B over the hypotenuse, B. And cos theta is adjacent to the hypotenuse, that's C over the A, which is the hypotenuse. And tan theta is opposite over adjacent, that's 2. So B over the C. Please, if you have not watched that video, check it out on YouTube. It will help. Today, in this discussion, we'll learn how to find the angle theta and its application in solving some trigonometric problems. As I said, this will be a very interesting engagement, so please be my guest. So, we said to find the angle here, sine theta, sine of the angle, the side against the angle is always the opposite. So, sine the angle is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So, to find theta, theta will just be sine inverse of the opposite over the hypotenuse. The same way, if you have cos theta is equal to the adjacent over hypotenuse, that's C over the A. Then theta will be cos inverse of theta will be cos inverse of C over the A. In the same way, if we have tan theta is opposite over adjacent, B over C. Then our theta will be tan inverse of B over C. So this is how we find them. And theta is nothing but an angle. It's an angle. So we'll take some sample questions and see how we deal with that. So let's look at our first question. It says, the diagram below is a right angle triangle. The side AB is 3 centimeters and BC is 5 centimeters. BC 5 centimeters. Find AC, the angle ABC. So the angle here is what they are asking us to find. So let's let the angle there maybe be theta. So how do we find AC? Remember from Pythagoras theory, where trigonometry took its foundation from, we said that the longest side, BC square will be equal to AB square plus AC square. That's from Pythagoras theory. Our BC is 5 centimeters, so we can say 5 square will be equal to AB is 3, so 3 square plus our AC square. So 5 square is 25, 3 square 9 plus AC square. So our AC square will be equal to 25 minus 9. So 25 minus 9 is 16. So AC square will be equal to 16. Our AC will be equal to the square root of 16, and AC will be equal to 4 centimeters. So we can say the side here, AC, is 4 centimeters. The next one is to find the angle ABC, the angle here. So look at this. This is the opposite and this is the adjacent. The hypotenuse and the adjacent is given to us. So which mnemonic scheme are we going to use? That's cos. That's 2r. So adjacent over hypotenuse, ka. So ka 2r. So ka 2r. So we use adjacent against the hypotenuse. So we say you can say cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, where the adjacent is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. So you can say from the diagram, cos theta is equal to our adjacent, which is AB, over the hypotenuse, which is BC. So cos theta will be equal to our AB is 3 and BC is 5 from the diagram. So cos theta 3 divided by 5 will be 0.6. So remember, theta will be cos inverse of 0.6. And theta will be equal to 53.1 degrees. Correct to 1 decimal place. I hope you get that. So this is how we use the trigonometric identities to find the angle theta. Okay, so let's look at the second question. They find the angle ABC in the diagram below. So they're asking us to find the angle here marked. So let's let the angle be, let's say, X. So we said that the side against the angle is always the opposite, and the longest side is the hypotenuse. So if we have 2.5 against the angle, then we can say that 2.5 is the opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. So the trig identity to use is so. That's the mnemonic scheme so. That's sine. So we can say that sine x will be equal to the opposite, which is AB over the hypotenuse, which is BC. So sine x, our AB is 2.5 and BC is 5. So we can say that sine x will be equal to 2.5 divided by 5 will be half. So sine x is equal to 0.5. Half as a decimal will be 0.5. So x will be equal to sine inverse of 0.5. And sine inverse of 0.5 is 30 degrees. So we can say that the angle ACB is equal to 30 degrees. I hope you understand that. We look at the next question. So our next question says, find the side PQ and PR in the right angle triangle below. So they are asking us to find the side PQ and PR. So you can't use trigonometry, you can't use Pythagoras theory to solve this straightforward. Since two sides is unknown, it's only one side is known with an angle. So we have to use trigonometry to solve that. So we want to find PQ. Now we said the side against the angle is always the opposite. Then we can say that our PQ is the adjacent, and this is the hypotenuse, and PR is the opposite. So if you want to find PQ, that's adjacent against the hypotenuse, then we'll say that's cos. So we can say that cos 60, that's cos the angle here, will be equal to the adjacent PQ over the hypotenuse QR, which is 8. So our PQ on cross multiply, we get 8 cos 60. So PQ will equal to 8 times cos 60 is half times half. You can say our PQ 8 times half will be 4. So that will be 4 centimeters. Also, to find PR, PR is the opposite. So it's the side against the angle. So the side against the angle with the hypotenuse, then that becomes cos, sine. Then you can say sine 60 is equal to the opposite, which is PR over the hypotenuse, which is 8. So we can say our PR on cross multiply will be 8 sine 60. Our PR will be equal to sine 60 is root 3 over 2. We can say 8 times root 3 over 2. PR will be equal to 2 going to 8 4 times. So that will be 4 root 3. 4 root 3 is equal to 6.93, correct to 2 decimal places. And we can conclude our PR is equal to 6.93 centimeters. Alternatively, since we know the side PQ, we can use Pythagoras theory to find PR. So let's try to use Pythagoras theory to find the side PR, since we know PQ. So, since we know the side PQ to be 4 centimeters, then we can find PR using Pythagoras theory. That's QR squared from Pythagoras theory is equal to PQ squared plus PR squared. QR is 8, so 8 squared will be equal to 4 squared plus PR squared. 8 squared is 64 equal to 4 squared 16 plus PR squared. So we can say PR squared will equal to 64 minus 16. PR squared, 64 minus 16 is 48. So our PR will be equal to the square root of 48. And the square root of 48 is 4 root 3. So we'll convert that to decimal. We'll get the 6.93. Just as we use the trig identities to solve. So after you find one side, and you have two sides now, you can use Pythagoras theory to get the other side. So let's look at our next question. They say in the diagram, this diagram, TX, line TX is perpendicular to UW. So it's perpendicular to it. That should tell you that the angle here is 90 degrees. UX is 1 centimeter, UX 1 centimeter. And TX is equal to UW. TX equal to UW, all equal to root 3 centimeters. We should find the angle UTW. UTW. So they are asking us to find the angle here. So we can say that if we add this angle to this angle, we'll get the angle there. So we can redraw this diagram to look like this by splitting it. Where we'll have UXT, and I'll let the angle there, that was the angle here, to be theta. Where my US is 1 centimeters and my TX is root 3 centimeters. Also, I can also have another diagram like this, where the angle here, I'll let it be X. and I have xwt, xwt, where my xw is root 3 centimeters and my tx is root 3 centimeters. Then I can say that my side here ux is the opposite and tx is the adjacent. So to find the angle there, I'll use tan. So I can say tan theta is equal to my opposite, that's ux, over my adjacent, that's tx. Also, when I come here, my xw is my opposite and my tx become my adjacent. So I'll use tan there. I'll say tan x is equal to my opposite, which is xw, over my adjacent, which is tx. So we said tan theta is equal to our ux over tx, and tan x is equal to our xw over tx. We just locate the dimensions and we substitute. We can say our tan theta will be equal to, what's our ux? We come to the diagram. Ux is 1 centimeters and tx is root 3. So we can say that tan theta is equal to 1 over root 3. Then theta will be equal to tan inverse of 1 over root 3. When we do that way, theta will be equal to 30 degrees. Also, my tan x will be equal to xw over tx. I'll locate my xw. Xw is root 3 and my tx is also root 3. So I can say my tan x is equal to root 3 over root 3. Root 3 divided by root 3 will be 1. So tan x will be equal to 1. X will be equal to tan inverse of 1, and tan inverse of 1 is 45 degrees. So we're able to locate the angle here to be 30 degrees and the angle here to be 45 degrees. Then we can say that the angle UTW, that's the angle, will be the 30 plus 45. My angle UTW will equal to theta plus the s. Angle UTW will equal to 30 degrees plus 45 degrees. Angle UTW will be equal to 75 degrees. I hope you understand that. Please play the video more and I know you will get a concept. So our next question says that in the diagram below, this diagram, the side LN is equal to 14 centimeters. That's LN. LN is 14 centimeters. Angle LMN is 90 degrees as indicated. Angle LNM is 60 degrees. And angle LPM is 30 degrees. We should find NP. That's this side here. N to P. So we can split this into two triangles to look like this. Look at it carefully. That's the angle here being 60 degrees. And we'll have N, L, where here is 14 centimeters. You can also have another diagram like this. Where here is 30 degrees, and we'll have M, where here is still 14 centimeters. Then, when we find MP, that's from here to there, and we subtract MN from it, then that will give us MP. It says that from here to here minus from here to there will be here to there. Or this plus this, MN plus MP will give you MP. I hope you get that. Now how do we find the side MN and MP? So to find MN, that's the side against the angle, that's LM, is the side against the angle, which is the opposite, and MN will be adjacent. So we use the mnemonic scheme 2, that's tan. We can say tan 60 will be equal to opposite over adjacent, that's LM over MN. So tan 60 will be equal to our LM is 14 centimeters. So 14 over the side MN. On cross multiply, this will multiply that. We can say MN tan 60 will be 40. So we can make our MN the subject, our MN will be equal to 14 over tan 60. So our MN will be equal to 14 over tan 60 will be 1.7321. So our MN will be equal to, if 14 divided by 1.7321 will be 8.0829. The same thing, you can say that tan 30 will be equal to L opposite, which is LM over adjacent NP. So on cross multiply, you can say our NP tan 30 will be equal to LM. So our NP tan 30 will be equal to our LM is 14. So 14. So NP will be equal to 14 over tan 30. Our NP will be equal to 14 over tan 30 is 0.5774. So the NP will be equal to 40 divided by 0.5774 will be 24.2487. So we're able to find MN to be 8.0829 and MP to be 24.2487. So on count to the diagram, we say that MN plus NP will give us MP. Or in other words, from M to P, MP will be equal to MN plus NP. So we can say our MP will be equal to MN plus NP. So our NP is 24.2487. So 24.2487 will be equal to MN, which is 8.0829 plus NP. So we can make NP the subject. The side NP will be equal to 24.2487 minus 8.0829. We'll subtract that, we'll get 16.1658. So NP correct to one decimal place will be equal to 16.2 centimeters. So that's it. I hope you get that. The more you solve this, the more you become abreast with it. So please play over the video and solve more on it. So solve our last question for the day. But before we do that, please like my video, comment, share, and subscribe if you are yet to do that. This will make my YouTube channel grow more and I can share more mathematical content with you. So pause the video now and try to see if you can solve the question on the board. After that, you compare your answers with mine. They say in the diagram, this diagram, AC is 50 centimeters, so AC is 50 centimeters. Angle BCD is 48 degrees. Angle BAD is 30 degrees. We should find correctly to the nearest whole number, the side BD, this one BD. So how do we do that? So if I let from A to B be X, so I'll let the side AB be equal to X. Then I can say that this side, that's BC, will be equal to AC minus AB. So that will be 50 minus X. Also, I'll let BD be the height, so BD should be equal to H. So, I can split this diagram into two other diagrams. That will look like this. Where I have A, B, and D, and this is 30 degrees. Where my AB is X, and my BD is H. Also, I can have another diagram like this, where I have BCD, where my BC is 50 minus X, and my angle here is 48 degrees, where my BD is still H. So if I have my opposite, remember this is the side against this angle. So H is the opposite against my adjacent. I will use tan. Also, I have the side here, H against the angle, opposite against the adjacent. I will still use tan to find the side X. So, let's try to solve that. So we can say our tan 30 will be equal to opposite, that's H, over the adjacent, that's X. Tan 30 is 0.5774 and to be equal to H over X. So, on cross multiply, our H will be equal to 0.5774x. That's the X will multiply this. From here to, we can say that our tan 48 will be equal to opposite, which is H, over my adjacent, which is 50 minus X. Tan 48 is 1.1106 and to be equal to H over 50 minus X. On cross multiply, our H will be equal to 50 minus X times 1.1106. So H will be 50 will multiply this and S will multiply. So 50 times 1.1106 will be 55.53 minus S times this will be minus 1.1106x. So now we have H here and H here. So we can say that this is equal to that. So we can say our 0.5774x will equal to 5.53 minus 1106x. Now we group like this. Our 0.5774x plus 1. So this is 1.1106x plus 1.1106x will equal to 55.53. So this plus that will give us 1.688x and to equal to 55.53. Our x will equal to 55.53 over 1.688. So we'll do that. S will be equal to 32.8969. So we need the H. Remember, we need this. We need BD. We need BD. And BD is the H. And also, the H is 0.5774 of the X. Or the H is 55.53 minus 1.1106x. So this is an easier equation. We just substitute the 32.8969 in a place of x to multiply the 0.5774. Then we find our h. And that becomes the BD. So in using the easier equation, I will use h. So my h will be equal to the 0.5774 times the times our x, and the x is the 32.8969. When this multiply that, we get 18.9947. And correct to the nearest whole number, that will be 19 centimeters. So we can say the side BD in this diagram, the side BD is 19 centimeters, correct to the nearest whole number. We'll end it here today, and I hope that I've broadened your understanding in trigonometry. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are here too. Until we meet again, my name is TTJ Richard.